Hi, it's Gerry, and welcome to day 94 of A Course in Miracles. Today I'm going to talk a little bit differently about the lesson because this is a really pivotal lesson and I want to do it justice. Normally I just talk my own reflections on the topic, but here I'm going to actually read a little bit more from my notes on the topic. And the reason is because as I read them, I really, really feel the message in my heart. More so than with the other lessons. The other lessons, I say, okay, yeah, I got it. That applies. And then I look at the notes that I write on my hand, the little notes, and it resonates. I get it. This one, it's not a very difficult topic, but when I read the words that I wrote in my notes, I just feel inspired. So I'm going to read them for you. Okay, so the lesson is, I am as God created me. And that is one of the messages I wrote on my hand and looked at throughout the day. Today is a very important day in letting go of the ego and temptation and rendering it powerless. The idea is relatively simple. As I embrace this idea, the sounds of the world are still, the sights of the world disappear, and the thoughts of the world are wiped away forever. That really struck me. Salvation is accomplished and sanity is restored. True light is strength, and strength is sinlessness. If I remain as God created me, I must be strong, and light must be in me. Darkness cannot obscure the glory of God's Son. That's me, right? Of God's child. I stand in light as I will remain for all eternity. And then it says to take 5 minutes every hour to reflect on this. Now, I didn't do that, but I have reflected on it throughout the day, like I say, looking at the notes on my hand. But it's when I take time to really sit and read these notes that it has the most profound impact on me. So I've done that a couple times today, but definitely it hasn't been every hour. However, in addition to saying, I am as God created me, I say, I am God's child eternally. Now it says his son, but that just doesn't work for me. I have to say God's child because that's who I am. I am God's child. And I love that. I love being God's child. And I love acknowledging that. Try to reach the child of God in me, the self that never sinned, never left him to walk uncertainty, has known no fear, loss, suffering, or death. Look at my list of attributes and go past it. I cannot fail because God cannot fail. So that's just so powerful. That's tapping into who I am. That is what it's all about. And, knowing this, I move forward without fear. And I'm finding that these lessons are having a really deep impact on my thinking, on the way I look at the world, on the way I look at people. And I really like the fact that when it says that when you have difficulties, when problems arise, look at the other person and project this lesson onto them. You are as God created you. You are God's child eternally. Everybody is that. And if we can look upon each other that way, we can see each other with compassion. And the world is that much better of a place. And we look at ourselves with compassion, and we see the tremendous potential in us, and can move forward in life with no fear. And I don't know, that's just powerful, powerful. Being who God made me to be, learning more about that every day, embracing that, and really, that's what gives life meaning. So, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for listening today. May God bless you abundantly. May you be filled with peace. And we'll talk more tomorrow.